Now, what are the reasons for the law of variable proportion? These are reasons for increasing returns. First is better utilization of the fixed factor. Next is increased efficiency of the variable factor. Indivisibility of the fixed factor. In the first phase, fixed factor is more and variable factor is less, as I said. So, it is not being utilized properly. As I am increasing the amount of variable factor, the fixed factor is getting nicely utilized. Increased efficiency of variable factor. When this variable factor is utilized with the fixed factor, then this variable factor can work more efficiently and thus the production increases. Indivisibility of fixed factor means the land cannot be broken into small parts, into small pieces. Okay, so as it cannot be divided into small pieces, so once an investment is made, then more and more addition of the variable factor on it improves the utilization of the fixed factor. As the land cannot be broken up into pieces or it cannot be divided, as more and more investment is done on land by increasing the variable factor, it improves the utilization of the fixed factor and thus the productivity in production increases. Now, what are the reasons of diminishing returns to factor? Optimum combination of factors, imperfect substitutes. Now, optimum combination of factor means that I said that we saw in the table that my fixed factor is fixed, I am changing the variable factor. So, those that 1 unit of labor, 1 unit of land, 2 units of labor, 1 unit of land, 3 units of labor, 1 unit of land. So, these are the various combinations of land and labor. That is variable factor and fixed factor. This is the various combination. So there is one optimum combination, that was the 5th unit of labor and 1 unit of land, which gave us a maximum total product, that was 52. After which, when I used combination of 6 unit of labor and 1 unit of land, my output fell to 45 or 48. Okay, and my marginal product became negative. So that optimum combination of factor, so that is the optimum combination of factor beyond which if I make more combination of fixed and variable factor, it will give me negative returns to marginal product and decreasing returns to total product. Okay. Now, what do you mean by imperfect substitutes? Now, diminishing returns to factor occurs because fixed and variable, this imperfect substitutes, variable factor, labor and land is an imperfect substitute. They are not substitutes of each other. So these are imperfect substitutes. So after a certain point of time, this will give diminishing returns. That is, after the use of 5th unit of labor, it will give diminishing returns. Okay. Next is reason for the negative returns to factor. That is phase 3. Limitation of the fixed factor. Poor coordination between variable and fixed factor, decrease in efficiency of the variable factor. Now, limitation of the fixed factor means as we are increasing the use of the variable factor labor, we cannot increase the amount of land. As we are increasing the number of units of labor, we cannot increase the number of units of land because it is fixed. It is fully fixed. Okay, so it cannot be changed according to with the change in the factor, labor. Now, poor coordination between variable and fixed factor. When variable factor becomes too excessive in terms of labor, when the variable factor labor becomes too excessive in terms of land, because my land unit is fixed to 1, we are unable to increase the unit of land. But we are going on increasing the unit of labor. So when the unit of labor becomes too excessive in terms of land, there is no proper coordination among them, and thus it gives decreasing results, and thus the output falls instead of rising and marginal product becomes negative. So because of no proper coordination, as we go on increase, when the labor units increase in terms of land, that means there is pressure on land, and the coordination, there is an imbalance in the coordination between the two factors, and thus it gives decreasing returns, and thus MP becomes negative. Now, decrease in efficiency of the variable factor. As we use more and more units of the variable factor, the advantage of specialization of labor or division of labor, the advantage starts falling down. That is, the productivity starts falling down. So with continuous increase in the variable factor, with continuous increase in the variable factor, the advantage and the specialization of the division of labor, the advantage and specialization of division of labor starts falling down, and thus it gives negative result. Now we will move on to the law of diminishing returns.